Hey there! So today we have another review. This is a beer from Stone, and I ranted about this beer for about 12 minutes, and I don't think you guys really want to listen to it, so I'm just gonna review it for you guys again. This is Stone 20th anniversary, which actually, I was like, 20th anniversary? That's so old! And then I look at the can, it says 1996. I was like, oh shoot, I'm 36. I was like, I didn't date me that bad. I was like, oh, I'm actually just like insanely old. So post comments below if you've had that experience recently where you realize how old you are, because it's like 28. That's old. 28's old for a brewery, and I'm like, oh, that's just how old I am, right? So because I ID people that are like even younger than 28, or even 28 sometimes maybe. So, oof. Anyway, this is a hazy double IPA, 28 years, Mosaic Nelson, and then you pour it out, and you're like, look at this. It's clear as all hell. So it calls Hazy IPA, and bang, it comes in a medium gold color with a light chill haze. I promise you, 95% of the breweries in the country would wish their beers were this clear, and they call it Hazy IPA. Think about that contrast. Like, they would love, without centrifugal equipment or filters or something, they would love their regular quote unquote clear beer to look like this. And it's like got a little bit of haze to it. But I could see so much through it, and they call it a hazy IPA. 8.5%. Let's again. Beautiful. Wow. Nelson Mosaic is a stupid combination. Gooseberries, gasoline, blueberry muffins, like. And Mosaic just has that beautiful, sweet, kind of like, it's like sweet herbal note that really plays well with Nelson, because they're both got this like, almost this filey green thing going on. Like, what a combo. It is stupid. It's dank, rich, fruity, berry, grapey. Wow, killer. And that's where this beer fails. Yeah. It has that on the palate. Gasoline-y, filey, Sauv Blanc, a little bit of this light kind of like, again, like when you, like, we're talking about blueberries, but not like juicy blueberries. We're talking about like you have a muffin or a blueberry pancake, and you just pick up the berry. It's got this little hint of this thing with that kind of doughy sweetness. That's what this does. It's not this kind of like jammy. It's not blueberry jam. It's like those, I guess, cooked blueberries and baked blueberries is what we're talking about, right? And it has all that, but then on the mid palate, it dies down. There's a little bit of this kind of like biscuity light malt character, and then it just dies. There's no bitterness. There's no structure on the malt. The beer is very hollow. It has big alcohol to it. Yeah. So this is actually like a decent beer, but it's a shame just what they've done. Like, you want to call 20th anniversary. Like, I know for a fact if you produced like the original Enjoy by Recipe, or that Brew Nation version 1, or even the version 2, whatever you want to call it, like, whatever. The Brew Nation base recipe they have, do this to it, which would be killer. Because the Brew Nation had to be one of the best beers I had last year. And he give me this. It's the problem is you're trying to quote unquote make a hazy IPA that doesn't look like a hazy IPA, doesn't have the malt structure to back it up, doesn't have the bitterness to back it up, and like, in what world does this compete with a other half, Trillium, Treehouse, Monkey, whatever you want, yeah, the guys out there? Like, how does this compete with that? So you want to play the hazy game, but don't do that. Just freaking make the most amazing West Coast, San Diego style West Coast double IPA you can. And I know you can do it because I freaking drink those beers. And your Stone IPA review last year was freaking fire. It just makes me angry. And it makes me like, I just want to have a better beer tonight. I thought I'd have a better beer tonight. I'm not going to have a better beer tonight because it's going to be a B minus. And it sucks because this is actually a fine beer, but for your 28th anniversary, don't you want it to like crush and make it like, and really make it awesome? And instead, you ruin the recipe by making it somebody. I guess whatever the buyout with Kieran or whatever. Like, we need a hazy. Why? You guys don't play that game. Like, I'm not gonna go to McDonald's and ask for a filet mignon. Like, you're stoned. I'm not gonna come to you and ask for a world class hazy IPA. You're just not gonna make it. I know you can't. Like, you're just like play in your wheelhouse. Yeah. So that's a rant. Instead, actually, like, the video I did before was like way more ranty and like went on and on, me repeating myself too long. So that's the quick and dirty. The Spear gets a solid 90. It's actually good beer. It's actually good beer, but it's very hollow. Like, it's just fruity, all those beautiful hop characteristics, but it has nothing behind it. Like, that's why we're calling balance, right? Like, we call for balance because we want some, specifically this beer, some malt, some bitterness, or a lot of bitterness. I think a lot of bitterness would crush this beer and make it really like strong and work with the alcohol. It's boozy hop water. Beer water, whatever you want to call it. 83, which is a good score. B minus. I'm actually gonna finish this, I think, but I'm honestly angry because I know what this could have tasted like. If you did what they did with this beer and redeveloped the recipe to have that malt backbone, the higher IBU bitterness, and actually throw a strong bittering charge to this beer, it would really make a stupid good beer. Mosaic Nelson. Killer combination that I actually think is underrated because I can't think of too many beers off the top of my head that I'm like, Nelson Mosaic, wow, that makes a ton of sense. And the pair of these hops is fantastic. Whatever, and they do hop pick, they pick their hops too. So yeah, 83, but this beer easily could have been an A+. So Stone, listen, play your game. This is not what you should do. This kind of fake, jokey, clear IPA. Look again. Look at this here. Look at this beer, right? And then look at the word right here. A hazy double IPA. What does it say? 28 years, right? Yeah. So look at that. How did these two things combine? And look at the beautiful can too. Like, they spent all this money designing stuff. Artists had to do all this stuff. Beautiful stuff, and then they wasted all this time on this stupid liquid that. Again, it's not the worst liquid out there, but it's just a contradiction of it all. That is just a shame. It's all a shame. So, 83, cheers. This is going to be one of the worst beers of the year because of that. Because of what they could have done with it. Like, the liquid, worst beers of the year doesn't necessarily mean, like, the worst liquid you had all year. It's just, like, what is involved with it. So, in the context. 83, Stone, cheers.